Hi! Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Elden Ring. This is episode number 33, being recorded on Sunday, March the 12th, 2023. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, whenever it is you find yourself watching this. Whoops, I don't know what happened there. We spent the entire previous episode exploring the Siofra river well. Depths. I'm not sure if depths is always a part of the name or not, or if it's just the Siofra river well, but I digress already. And we reached the end and ended up in Caelid, which was not unexpected in the sense that we were under Caelid, as we noted early in the previous episode. And so, though it was not unexpected that we ended up in Caelid, or rather, it was not... Let me rephrase. I acknowledged rather early on that we were right underneath Caelid, and so it wasn't entirely unexpected when... it was unexpected in the sense that when we went up that elevator, I thought we were going, how the heck did I miss this item? That's ridiculous. It's just a golden room, but still, you all must have been screaming. So when we went up that elevator, I was expecting, hey, we're going finally to these ruins here, to what I assume is Nokron, the Eternal City. And I was like, okay, this is really cool. We're going up, and we're going up a long way. So, you know, obviously the Eternal City looks massive from underneath. But, you know, I was just absolutely floored and blown away when we kept going up and up and up. It's like, okay, I guess this Eternal City really is massive. And then when we reached the top, it was that other river well that we had seen in Caelid. So, oops, yeah, for some reason you can't use torrent in that tiny little room. So that led me basically to just be like, okay, well, we're clearly missing something. And maybe we're not, because of course, when we spoke with Blythe, the half-wolf, he basically said, oh yeah, you know, I went to the river well and I checked it out, and I could not find the entrance to the Eternal City. Sorry, crab friend. That's one way to get around him. And, you know, I laughed at the time and said, don't worry, friend, I'll figure it out for you. So yeah, we clearly missed some things here. I laughed and I said, don't worry, friend, we got it. We'll take care of it. We'll find it. But obviously we did not. And so my suspicion is that we need something from somewhere else. Okay, that has to be the map thing. I didn't miss one just right there, did I? That would be absolutely ridiculous if I did. Pretty sure this is where we got the map. No. No. Don't tell me. Okay, were those flames lit there before? I don't know that they were. Please tell me this... the friend that was in here isn't about to come back to life and murder us. The hollow horn. Gosh, I don't remember whether those were lit previously or not. Probably should have made note of that before we came here. Hollow horn. Hello, friend. Okay. Still don't know what the heck this is supposed to be. It's the only area in this entire sort of area that we've explored that does not, or sorry, that is marked on the map, and yet it's the one area where there's really, seemingly not really anything going on. So there's a bit of weirdness going on there for sure, and I'm not really sure what to make of. And so, if it's not already obvious, the reason why we're here is to look for things that we missed really quickly before we move on to something else. I'm not really sure where so we did go down there. Not really sure where to go next from here. And that isn't to say I'm stuck and I don't know where to go next. It's just I'm not sure of the various places that we can go, where we ought to go. So we did light a flame at the end of this path up here. That I know for sure. Because that was the first one we lit up there, indeed. So, no need to go back there. So, we at least missed one flame. Oh, gosh darn it, friend. Well done. Well played, you almost had me. So we have leveled up. We're at up to level 99 now. I used the runes that we accumulated in the previous episode in order to do that, and I added that level into Vigor. So even though we have the Great Rune active, so that adds levels, but we have 39 in Vigor, 40 in Strength, 40 in Endurance. So our build is looking good. But yeah, as I mentioned, not really sure where we ought to go from here. So we have lit this one. I don't think there's anything over here. Because I'm thinking now that maybe we're not supposed to find our way to the Eternal City from here. That this is just supposed to be, you know, a sort of side area to increase the suspense and the intrigue about the Eternal City, Nokron, the Eternal City. And that's where we saw the merchant friend. So I did want to, before we made any decisions in and around all of that, just do a quick little run through of the area on horseback, just to make sure that there wasn't anything obvious that I missed. I was not expecting that we would immediately find a torch that we failed to light. But we certainly did. I don't know what animal that is that makes those noises, those loud noises sort of calling out to the other animals, seemingly. Creepy music here, though. I think that's the fight music when friends are aggro to you, because, yeah, I can't currently look at the menu. But in any case, yeah. Oh, okay, here's another one we missed, so that's 2 we missed, gosh darn it. Well played, friends. Oh. Okay, I completely missed that. Oh, gosh darn it, what did that say? Oh, gosh darn it. No idea what that said. Okay. Well, some turtles. Or tortoises, I've been corrected in comments. Several different comments. Still not entirely clear on what the distinction is between turtle and a tortoise, or what distinguishes them, I should say. Okay. An idea for how we can figure that out is look back at the footage. Let's say the last 3 minutes. Let's have a look. Power gathers somewhere in horned remains. Okay, so we have to go back to the... Hollowhorn Crowns. Oh, yeah, okay, so you can see for every flame you light, because the last time we were here, there was, I think, one flame was not lit. Every flame you light lights one of these additional... Oh, okay, that's not good. That is not good. So yeah, when some people, when they reach the end of the previous episode, will be just livid. They'll be so upset that I just sort of ended the episode and went on with my business, thinking that I wasn't going to go back and double check. Although, you know, up to this point in the playthrough, I think people have been remarkably patient, and yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Ooh. Oh, is this a portal? So is this going to take us to Nokron? Oh, we're on one of those platforms in the distance. Oh gosh darn it, of course I already used my buff and here's the boss fog. Ancestor Spirit. Whoa. Hi, friend. Figured that would be an AoE. Love the music. Oh, darn it. Very graceful, friend. Ooh. Oh, darn it. Oh, just barely missing. Love the music. Ancestral Follower Ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of an ancestral follower. A spirit of the horned folk who eschew letters and metalworking. Brawny and versed in distinctive spiritual arts, this particular tribesman wields a heavy bow. Okay then, once again, you know, I I acknowledge that I am definitely overleveled relative to this area. Cannot summon Torrent in here. So we have a couple options from this point. One is that we can proceed to the Ainsel River Well and see if that somehow hooks up with the Eternal City. The other option is that we can proceed in Caelid. And my logic in that is that the Eternal City seems to be situated underneath Caelid. And so if we can ascend from the Riverwell depths up to Caelid, then it stands to reason that it's possible that somewhere in Caelid we can descend to Nokron, the Eternal City. So in the end, it's possible that maybe we do have to fight General Radahn. Time for dead end. it's possible we do have to fight General Radahn. Or perhaps just explore the rest of Caelid. Okay, there were comments also. That's another thing. No, I meant to mark that as poor, but whoops. There were comments about me missing an illusory wall in the Academy Crystal Cave. Now, I don't know how accurate those comments are. Just following the wall here, just to make sure we're not missing an additional path or something. But, yeah, apparently I read a message about a hidden path and didn't go for it. Just because, you know, 9 times out of 10 when you're reading a message that says hidden path ahead, it's not actually true. Maybe 9 times out of 10, maybe that's an exaggeration. But there are a considerable number of messages that don't actually correspond to hidden paths. So, you know, I am inherently skeptical when it comes to such things as a result of that. So, do we want to, I guess we just want to continue following this. Probably should have started back at the entrance. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else here. But again, there's that, that anxiety again that we're missing things, or that I'm going to miss things. And that people will be upset. That, you know, oh, you know, he fought the ancestral follower spirit and then he just went on his way. But, you know, it is what it is. As I've said from the start of the playthrough, our build is named Regret for a reason. And that reason is that we're going to miss things, and I think that's okay. Okay, what I want to do also is sort of mark this place on the map, because I'm very curious to see where we actually are. When we go back to the other area. Okay, so I guess we'll just take this out and see where it takes us. Why is it always sadness? Okay, so we can still use this to warp. Okay, so where is... Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, okay, it is still there. Never mind. Okay, so we weren't in a physical place, seemingly. Unless we were down there. Which I suppose is entirely possible. Because it does kind of look like there's something there. Like, we were in a place on the map, sure, but yeah, I don't know. Are we meant to be able to actually traverse all of these places? Okay, let's try one more time to go back and see where it takes us. Yeah, same place. Okay. Okie dokes, is it worth seeing whether that changed anything else in the area? I can't imagine that it did. See, this is where I thought we were going to warp. So if I'm looking straight ahead, where is that in Caelid? Yeah, that is more or less this way. So maybe General Radahn's seat at Redmane Castle is like there. And that we somehow are going to be able to access that area from above. That's my best guess for now. Because if Blythe couldn't find it, I laughed and made fun, ha ha ha, yeah, you can't find it, then, we have to be able to find it. But yeah, he couldn't find it. And now I'm here. I can see what he means, that it's very difficult to actually access all this. But like, there's no way this is not a playable area. So facing there now. Okay, interesting. So when we face... So the Ainsel Riverwell depths are in that direction. So it has to lead here. There's no way it doesn't. So the question is now, do we proceed in Caelid, or at least in Redmane Castle, or do we go to the Riverwell depths? I could flip a coin at this point, honestly. I'm intrigued by both possibilities, because it doesn't look like lighting the flames properly did anything else here. There was also an Everjail right outside. Rather than riding the elevator up, let's just warp there. And a rune bear over there. It's in that direction. Just the rest of this trench, I guess. Or canyon. Is that an Everjail? It's not on the map if it is. We still don't know what these friends do. Well, other than explode. Okay, I thought this was an Everjail. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I think we'll come back here. Maybe we should proceed in Redmane Castle after that brief detour. Yeah, let's go. Let's go back to Redmane Castle. We have not updated this in a few episodes. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to have to get back to that. Or, yeah, let's go. I'm just thinking about that comment that talked about there being a thing I missed in the Academy Crystal Cave. So let's go have a look. I think part of the reason I'm also hesitant to go ahead and start fighting the boss, or proceeding in Redmane Castle, whatever that looks like, is that currently watching Aurelia of Astora as she naps on a little baby monitor camera in front of me, and it's such a creepy looking silhouette. My suspicion is that as soon as I start fighting the boss or something, she's going to wake up and I'm going to have to go tend to her. So, might be better for me to just do small errands instead of, getting in the middle of a boss fight and then having to, stop. Gosh darn it. Oh my goodness. There we go. That was dreadful. If I recall correctly, the thing I supposedly missed was just right up against one of these walls. There was a message that said hidden path ahead, and I just read it and sort of moved on. So let's see. Oh. Oh! Ah! Okay, fair enough to those of you who were commenting on my having missed this. Crystal Staff. Staff fashioned from pure crystal, a deed impossible for a human. Enhances Crystallian sorceries. The Crystallian's faint cogitation is known as the Wisdom of Stone. This staff can only be wielded by those of intellect high enough to grasp such wisdom. 48 int, indeed. Oh, okay. So you're telling me there's more than one hidden path. Oh, gosh. Darn it. Okay, I guess that's it for the Academy Crystal Cave. Really, when we were here last time, I should have known I was like, I guess I had a sense I was missing something, but I thought maybe we were just supposed to enter this cave from elsewhere or something like that. But, you know, you live, you learn, and you get corrected in the comments. I'm still really torn as to whether we should go to the Ainsel River Well or Redmane Castle. You know, I think the best approach would probably be, let's continue on in Redmane Castle, and then after we complete Redmane Castle, before proceeding to complete the rest of Caelid, gosh, this series really isn't going to be, it's going to be like 200 episodes in the end. So after Redmane Castle, before the rest of Caelid, we'll do the Ainsel River Well. That's a good plan, I think. Well, I don't know if it's good, but it's a plan, certainly. I was also just reminded by the loading screens that we've yet to return to Crumbling Farum Azula. And that is something we're definitely going to want to do at some point. So, oh crud, before we proceed, I need something for the thumbnail if we're going to proceed here. So, one moment. Let's see if he has any new dialogue now that we've been to the Siofra River Well.
Once more into the fray together, eh? This might even be fun.
Okay, apparently not. This friend also just bowed to us last time. Yep. Pretty sure we tried this last time, but yeah, no dice. Okay. Hey, jar friend.
Be sure to get a good vantage, my friend. I, Iron Fist Alexander, do hereby vow to unflinchingly brave this ordeal.
No doubt about it, friend. Okay, so to whom do we speak in order to register? Do we just walk ahead? This friend up here. A bunch of chairs sitting around one of these starlight shard bowls. What is that we're looking at? It's this tree, I think. Just a super eerie vibe here. Hello, I think I've seen you in a loading screen.
Are you good and prepared, young chum? The festival begins. I see. When you are ready, come to me again.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we've not finished exploring this area yet, so let's do that before this whole thing begins. Didn't expect message. See if there's any sort of intel that we can gather. Or if we can gain some sort of advantage. Imagine that's for opening a door or something, a drawbridge maybe? Somber smithing stone level 3, very nice. Why is it always not here? So is this where Radahn is? Whoa, like, ghost scared me for a second. Shortcut exit. Good luck required ahead, therefore try. Therefore good luck. Okay, so presumably that's where we need to proceed when the tournament, quote unquote, actually begins. Should get rid of that. Where the heck did I even place that? Number 1. Oh, because it's underground. Indeed. Okay, yeah, I guess we're ready, friend. Yeah, I've definitely seen this guy in a loading screen.
Are you good and prepared, young chum? The festival begins.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full picture.
Okay, this is very interesting. Cutscene?
General Radahn is cursed ever to wander. Eaten from the inside by Melania's scarlet rot, his wits are long gone.
So we saw this guy in one of the early trailers. The only one I watched, I think.
Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog.
I think this is the...
howling at the sky. But now, let's make merry. Oh, gathering of champions!
Okay, thanks.
Celebration of war! The Radahn Festival!
Okay, I was expecting a bit more than that. That was weird. That was very strange.
You will find the field of battle past the church ahead, upon the shore under the fort. General Radahn is there, even now, divested of his wits, devouring corpses, and howling at the sky. You will find the general
Okay.
divested of...
Shall we go gather our crew? Like, do we have to pick who comes with us?
Be sure to get a good vantage.
You're all just repeating the same dialogue.
Once more into the fray together.
Oh, gosh darn it, friends. So why are there bloodstains here, I wonder? Okie dokie. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, I was expecting a bit more than that. In the trailer I watched before the game was released, there was a cutscene in which a person who now I believe to be General Radahn was being faced by some sort of tarnished-looking person who was popping an arm into their socket. And yeah, that's all I have. But I think that was General Radahn. Nice. Smithing stone level 6. Up to plus 18. So is plus 20 the top level, I wonder? Okay, so where is General Radahn? Okay, I need to look at my family tree real quick to see who is who. Okay, so according to this, General Radahn is Ranni's brother, and also Praetor Rykard's brother, who are each presumably the children of Queen Rennala and King Consort Radahn. So, good to know. Good information. Okay, this is bad. I have a feeling in the pit of my stomach. Because again, just tremendous job they did with these areas, building up suspense and just making sure we activated that Stake of Marika. So interesting, these sending gates are essentially, in Dark Souls 3, they had these bonfires that weren't actually bonfires. They were just sort of, yeah, sending gates. You would just touch it and it would send you to the other side. So, yeah, I think it's a much more sort of specialized version of that. Still not sure how it's explained in terms of the lore of the game, because you can explain the... Oh, was there a message on the water over there? You can explain the traveling through the routes, because of course you know there's routes that run all the way through the game world. I'm not sure how you explain the sending gates though. So you can just walk through there. You don't actually need the sending gate. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, you definitely need something there. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure I get it, but that's fine. Unless the water sort of dries up after the fact. Oh my gosh, all the blood stains. That's incredible. Oh, okay, I'm really stalling here, aren't I? But I'm also thinking about thumbnail opportunities. But yes, definitely stalling. Okay, enough stalling, Aegon, let's do this. Okay. Starscourge Radahn. Oh, he's doing a Kamehameha. Whoa, that was... It traveled a lot quicker than I was expecting. Okay. So we have friends that are, what, trapped here? Oh, gosh darn it. Rolled way too early there. Oh, again. Oh no! No, I didn't want to summon him! Oh gosh, darn it. Okay, so this is this game's version of the Ivory King boss fight, essentially. Oh crud, that's bad. Wow. Okay, so the Great Arrow version of Aldrich's move. Okay, so we definitely want the Warrior Jar. And, oh my gosh, where is... Where's Blythe? Oh no. Blythe. I don't know how many we can actually summon, but I think that's a good crew for now. Let's get him, friends. The only person we're missing is Jellyfish Friend, but can't summon her, unfortunately. Oh. Okay, so it's definitely another example of grafting. It's a pretty cool. Cool is probably not the best word to use to describe this example of grafting, but the fact that he's grafted on top of his horse is horrifying, but incredible. Okay, Warjar is dead already somehow. Oh, crud. Oh no! Messed that up. Where is he? Oh, crud. Where'd he go? Oh, no. Whoa! That was incredible. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. Gravity. Oh. 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 Some fancy moves there, friend. Oh, run, run, run. Shout out to everyone in the comments who have been encouraging me throughout the entire playthrough, basically, to make more active use of Torrent in boss fights, because you're definitely right. Wow, this guy's incredible. No. Oh, I meant to dodge there, but just couldn't dodge fast enough. Oh, I thought it was dead there. Whew. Radahn's Great Rune, Remembrance of the Starscourge. Oh no, what's happening? Oh dear. Oh. Oh no, what did we do? A red mark was made on the map. What did we do? Oh no. Okay, we can't warp anywhere. Here? Starfall Crater. Whoa, okay. Wow, okay. This game is just incredible. I'm having so much fun doing this playthrough, and I hope, yeah, you're all still having fun watching, because, my goodness. Okay, it's night. I don't know if the time of day shifted. Radahn's Spear. Great arrows used by General Radahn during the Festival of Combat. There are, in fact, many spears with which he was stabbed by the clean-wrought knights, imbued with Radahn's gravitational power. I think we've heard that term before, clean-wrought knights, which, yeah, is pretty brutal, but remembrance of Starscourge Radahn hewn into the Erd Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes. The Red Lion General wielded gravitational powers which he learned in Celia during his younger days. Also, he would never have to abandon his beloved but scrawny steed. So the steed atop which he was basically perched or grafted onto. Or I guess it would be more accurate to say he grafted the steed's body onto his legs or his lower half. Yeah, there was a lot going on there. Gruesome, but yeah, amazing at the same time. The great rune of the Shardbearer, Radahn, devoid of any benediction. Seek the divine tower of Caelid, which stands upon the precipice of the Dragon Barrow's shore. So... somewhere here, maybe? Wow. Looks like there were some items scattered about here, so yeah, that was devoid of benediction. I don't think that was also true of the soul wielded by Godric, and so, you know, in both cases they were devoid of benediction and the person was engaged in grafting. However, interestingly, Rennala's great rune was not devoid of benediction, even though it said that she was engaged. Just find the item where it says that she was engaged in a forbidden act, the act of rebirth or something. Where was it? Okay, I can't find it, but yeah. The item we used to reallocate our stats. It stated that, I thought it was here. It stated that, oh, here it is, yeah. That, okay, maybe it wasn't here. Maybe it was her remembrance. Whatever the case is, that she was engaged in forbidden acts by engaging in rebirth. But yeah, her great rune was not devoid of benediction. So for one reason or another, it seems that, yeah, you're devoid of benediction if you are engaging in grafting. I'm sure there are potentially other ways of losing benediction, I guess, with your great rune. Stripping your rune of benediction, whatever the case may be. However you might describe it, I should say. But yeah, that's just a couple of them. So this boss arena is very reminiscent to me of Slave Knight Gale's boss arena. And the boss fight itself, as I mentioned, reminds me a little bit of, I should say, the Ivory King boss fight from Dark Souls 2, Crown of the Ivory King DLC. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Again, the extent to which I'm over-leveled is such that I'm sure the boss fight was probably intended to be a bit more difficult than that, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't feel bad, personally, but if you're annoyed about it, I am sorry. So we might actually be able to get a closer look at some of these ships over here. This is one huge battlefield. Okay, I was just thinking maybe the crater made a hole which leads to Nokron. And I suppose that's possible. But according to where it is on the map, it might not actually be possible. Or it might not be the case, I should say. But yeah, we'll see. Did want to first finish just sort of looking through this area, making sure there's nothing we're missing. This will be a nice vantage point to get a potential thumbnail of Redmane Castle. Yeah, and I'm still not clear on why there were all those bloodstains in Redmane Castle. In that tournament waiting area, so to speak. Let's see what looks like another item there. They're probably just more of his arrows. Great arrows. Oh, Jarfriend. And Blythe. Okay, good thing I didn't continue on. Hello.
Ah, hello there. It was a battle marvelously fought. You are well and truly a champion, friend. I, on the other hand, am nothing but a crock. One hit was all it took to crack me, and for my insides to come spilling out. After that, I hid like a coward. And as such, I can hardly stand.
No, friend.
One such as you.
No, you're great. Hey, do you have slippy slidey hands? I know of a place that needs your help.
But don't you think I've given up just yet.
Okay, good.
As luck would have it, there's a veritable mountain of warriors' bodies right here. If I can just squeeze this bunch down inside me, I'll be a mighty warrior again in no time. And you know, the bodies found here are exceedingly fine.
Oh no.
Who could expect any less from the very warriors who fought in the Shattering? The greatest of all wars. Just you wait and see, friend. I'll grow even stronger. Just you wait when next we meet.
Oh, that's no good. So he's just shoving ashes into his jar. Okay, that's, yeah. So is that what he was to begin with? He's just a jar with a bunch of ashes in it from the Shattering. So he's basically the Ashen One from Dark Souls 3.
The bodies found, who could expect?
Oh man, that's bad. I feel like that's really bad. Sorry, friend. Yeah. Maybe we should have protected him a little bit more actively. Hello, Blythe.
Ah, good. I was waiting for you. Oh, what a sick way to fight, eh? The glory of the clash is shared. By Radahn. And you. And did you see that afterwards? A falling star right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radahn was holding back something of that scale. He was a living legend if ever I saw one. And the path has now been cleared. To Nokron, where Ranni's fate will be decided. Let's meet where the falling star bit the earth. We'll take up our swords once more. For Mistress Ranni.
Okay, so it looks like I was right. That might, in fact, lead to Nokron.
Let's meet where the fun will go into. My only purpose is to fight for Ranni's fate. Sword and fang. The curtain's rising. On the final act.
It's the final countdown. That was terrible, I'm sorry. Okay, before we do that though, there are a few things we need to do. So first we need to light and sit at this site of grace. Starscourge Radahn. So that's 3. Oh, Jarfriend's gone? Oh, and so is... Okay. Oh, you know, I really should make sure we're not missing anything here before we go. Okay, we did get that item. Oh, something just died. Alrighty then, it doesn't look like there's anything over here. Still, it's beautiful, this. Beautiful beach. Filled with the ashes of many, many dead warriors. Which is, yeah, obviously quite sad. Still don't know how those friends got those messages to essentially appear over the water. So yeah, before we go... Before we go to the Mistwood, to the site of the crater, we should go to Table of Lost Grace and do a little NPC roundup. Oh, this place used to be such... Oh. It's the finger speaking. You will bring me cheeseburger-flavored Doritos. But I'm sorry, Two Fingers, they don't make those anymore. I don't care. You will find them and bring them to me. Oh, I do miss cheeseburger-flavored Doritos. The trash man and I... Oh, I never finished my story about, gosh darn it, about, I was going to say, this is the second joke of the episode that really the trash man is the only person who will get without further explanation. Naxat Pinball, Jackie Crush. There's an alien demon in that game who just, the whole time, just goes left, right, left, right, left, right, and we just, yeah. When we're playing, we usually just laugh about it because it's ridiculous. And we call him the Purple Dancing Demon because that's what he does. He's purple, and he's a demon, and he dances. And he goes left, right, left, right. And then the second thing is, yeah, cheeseburger chips. The trash man and I, back in like 2010, 2012, we ate those chips pretty much nonstop. And then one day they just discontinued them. And there's never been, scarcely have Doritos been so delicious since that day. But yeah, I think the fingers are in for a rude awakening when they realize that, yeah, those are not actually being made anymore. So I don't know what they expect me to do.
You have returned. What is it?
Starscourge Greatsword, curved greatswords of black steel wielded by General Radahn, a pair of weapons decorated with a lion mane motif. Radahn earned considerable renown as the Starscourge in his youth, and it is said that it was during this time he engraved the gravity crest upon these blades. Unique skill, Starcaller Cry, brings the two swords together and roar into the skies, pulling in enemies with a gravitational wave. Follow up with an additional input to slam down with gravity-infused swords. Lion Greatbow of black iron wielded by General Radahn, decorated with a lion mane motif. Imbued with gravitational power of the Starscourge, when used along with Radahn's spear, it becomes a true weapon of a champion. Unique skill, Radahn's Rain, archery skill performed from a low stance. Ready the bow and fire a sudden flurry of arrows up into the sky. The arrows will pour on foes like rain. Okay, so that archer we found in front of Fort Gale was using this very technique, or this very skill, I should say. So that's really interesting, actually. What is the scaling like? Okay, so it's split damage, which immediately makes me not want it, but yeah. And the strength scaling does not look tremendous, but it's unupgraded, so who knows. We'll have to find unless we already have found the associated Wandering Mausoleum, because we've not yet duplicated this one, so yeah, we'll have to return to this. Ooh, okay, we have equipment. Radahn's Spear. So we have already read that one. Radahn's Redmane Helm. Helm of the Golden Lion with flowing red hair, worn by General Radahn. Radahn inherited the furious, flaming red hair of his father Radagon, and is fond of its heroic implications. I was born a champion's cub. Now I'm the lord of the battlefield's lion. Radahn's lion armor depicting the golden lion, worn by General Radahn. The golden lion is said to symbolize Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, and his beast regent, Sorosh. From his youngest years, Radahn was naturally captivated by the lord of the battlefield. So, those images we saw... Oh, sorry, I was trying to face you all, but those paintings we saw in Stormveil Castle, I was questioning who it was, and it's obviously Godfrey and Sorosh. We did not know at the time. I don't know if we ought to have known, but yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so I want this armor. Don't know if it's better than the armor we have, but I do at minimum, I want the helmet, and I want the armor.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Words of the fingers are guiding me towards a pointless chase of chips that have been discontinued, so no, I'm not going to do that. Oh, look at that. It's heavier, but the only thing it does worse is vitality, which I'm okay with. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Getting a little hot and bothered here. That is the most beautiful hamster alien butterfly I've ever seen, I gotta say. Okay, now what about the helmet? So the question is whether the helmet makes our head model disappear or not. It doesn't. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. We've reached the next level. This is it. Oh my goodness. Wow. He is he is just, yeah, I can't even describe it. His beauty is indescribable at this point. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm pleased. I'm very, very pleased. Are we fat rolling now? No, we're not, surprisingly. Although that could be because we have this thing on. Interestingly, after defeating the other two shard bearers, we got another one of those bags, so that talisman pouches, rather. We got another talisman pouch so that we can equip additional talisman, but not this time. So that's what I was really hoping for there. So, you know, I guess what can you do? Okay, so this says 7 poise for 5.8 weight. I want to see if the gauntlets are any good. 7 poise for 5, so they're basically identical, at least in terms of poise and weight. So 20 poise, 10.8 weight. So let's see. I don't want to waste money on them if sorry, where am I looking? 20 poise, 10 point, yeah, so I think we'll stick with what we have, which I think is relatively decent. Certainly from a Fashion Souls perspective, it's, you know, I don't know if we could get any better than this. Our poise is 72, which again, I don't have any sense of what the what the poise breaks look like, the break points I should say, but yeah. Wow, okay. No, we can't interact with the fingers any further. Oh, that's fine. Oh, okay, let's continue the NPC roundup. You know, I'm really tempted to upgrade Latenna, but, I don't know. I've still not been able to commit to anything here as far as the ashes go, other than the 2 that we've already committed to, I should say. The one problem with this new outfit is that it actually obscures my vision. Maybe that's just the camera angle here at the Roundtable Hold, but wow, yeah. Okie doke, so really the next thing I think is to return to Redmane Castle. And we'll see if we can't figure out why there are all these bloodstains here. It sounds like some of our neighbors are playing very loud and bass-filled music. So you'll have to accept my sincerest apologies if you can hear that. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear that. Usually when I say that, there's no reason to actually be concerned, but all the same, my apologies if you can hear it. Like, my assumption is that we'll return here at some point, and there will be some sort of fight in that area, but I'm not seeing anything like that right now. So, of course, the name Starscourge suggests that General Radahn is... Should probably look up the definition of scourge, but he's bad for stars, in other words. And that makes sense when you consider that his powers are centered around gravity. You know, it doesn't make sense in actual astronomical terms because, you know, I don't know how someone would... You would need an exception. Yeah, I'm not an astronomer, I'm not a physicist, so I really can't say one way or the other, of course, but I don't think it makes sense from an astronomical perspective, so it's interesting all the same. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. So did we collect our prize from him? Or was the prize the Great Rune? And also, like, why was this all set up? Was he just trying to put General Radahn out of his misery or something? He's just wearing stuff from everywhere. Like, he's got all the banner's colors. Sorry about that. Some of it is covered in blood as well. Hello.
At last, the war festival has ended. Brave champion, you have our gratitude. The celebration was spectacular. General Radahn is surely pleased. Festering with rot and crippled by madness, all he wanted was an honorable death.
Okay, fair enough, I guess. But why are you, how are you speaking for him?
Finally, my work is done. I'm no longer bound to this fortress. I have a task in mind. Old business, you could say. You wouldn't understand. May we meet again, if the fates deign it. Brave champion.
Okay, I guess I wouldn't understand. So why tell me?
It's time I went on my way. May we meet again, if the fates deign it. Brave champion.
Okay, so we'll definitely have to come back here, I think. Question is when? What triggers it? Because there is a ton of stuff here that we've not yet dealt with. Like we saw previously, there were all of these shortcut exits that have just not been addressed. So what's the deal with these ghost people? Are they like astral projecting here? I know that we probably were able to summon them during the boss fight. But yeah, beyond that, not sure what to make of them. Oh, I thought maybe she would speak to us now that we've defeated General Radahn, but suppose not. Because there's all this extra stuff here. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've already dealt with that scarab. Alrighty then, so I guess we're heading to the crater. Not really. Gosh darn it. Every time I look. my jaws are wired shut here. Yeah, just ridiculous. Alrighty, let's head there now. Whoa. Okay, I was about to set a marker, but I don't think we really need to do that. It's kind of obvious. Whoa. Okay, that's really cool. I was thinking in the middle of the boss fight, or in the middle after the boss fight, when all that stuff started happening, I was like, I wonder if this is like after you defeat Rom in Bloodborne, that there's some big twist. Or, you know, not so much the twist aspect of it, but the way in which it sort of changes the world. And, you know, I gotta say, this is above and beyond even that. This is way more... I was gonna say earth-shattering. Yeah, we'll go with that. It was way more earth-shattering, literally earth-shattering, than was the shift that takes place in Bloodborne after you defeat Rom. There's a traitor taken care of. Onwards to Nokron then. Go on, I'll catch up. Okay, well I can't. Traitor to take care of. Okay, maybe... Should we go see? That smells like Celevis. He has a lot of items on his plate, and one of them is treachery. Yeah, let's go see what Mr. Celevis is up to. Mr. Preceptor. Or should we go check on Ranni first? I got a feeling Ranni is still probably in the same state she was, but might as well have a look. But yeah, this whole crater in the ground thing actually reminds me of Final Fantasy VII, the crater in which meteor strikes and then you end up descending into it at the end of the game. Really cool set piece. Alright, okay. Yeah, that was pointless. Yeah, really for no other reason than, you know, it's a place that where there wasn't a crater and now there is, and there's a cool sort of scene in which you descend into the crater. And I suppose that's where the similarities end, so... But still, it's what came to mind, nevertheless. Whoops. Hello.
Begging for another lesson so soon? There remains much to be done. Make it quick. What's that? You want another puppet? Quite the keen paramour, aren't we? But I'm afraid each and every one is like a child to me. I can hardly just give them away. Oh dear, what's to be done? Why don't you fetch me some starlight shards? If you can manage it, I'll gladly prepare a new puppet for you. The soul of every puppet has its own ambience. You'll soon come to know once you possess a few. And once each's predilections are known to you, the better you will be able to love them. Oh yes, you have much to look forward to further down this road.
Okay, well, it just so happens I have a ton of Starlight Shards. I don't really know what to do with them, so you can have them. Okay, Is to summon the spirit of a Charwhite? Okay. If only to advance his quest line. Sure.
You're proving to be quite the puppeteer. I've not had an apprentice for a very long time indeed.
Okay, so he is seemingly not the traitor that Blythe was going to deal with.
Begging for another letter. There remain. Perhaps you'd be interested in a little scheme of mine. It will produce the finest of puppets, which I aspire to cherish with these very hands. A ploy to fool even Lady Ranni. How does that sound?
I'm very interested in that.
I knew I had you pegged. You're just like me. Then I'd like you to procure something. A rather unique starlight shard that glistens with amber. With that, my special draft will gleam with nectar sweetness. And even a demigod would be slave to its charms.
Okay, so he has to be the traitor.
Procure it for me. The rather unique starlight shard that glistens with amber. With that, my special draft will gleam with nectar sweetness. And even a demigod would be slave to its charms.
Okie dokes. No idea where to get that. But good to know that's the way forward with him. Let's speak with E.G.
You finally come. Blythe told me everything. You've defeated General Radahn, unlocking the stars. The general was blighted by scarlet rot and driven to madness. But not long ago, he was hailed as the mightiest demigod of them all. There is no parallel to your achievement. Nor to Lady Ranni's acute judgment of character. Thanks to you, Lady Ranni's fate once again stirs, and the path to Nokron has opened. Descend underground, where the fallen star struck Limgrave, and make it yours. The precious treasure of Nokron.
Okie dokie.
Oh, Blythe wanted me to tell you not to bother waiting for him, and head straight to Nokron. Blythe has been given an important task. Apparently, a matter of great urgency.
Gosh, tell me more, please.
You need not await Blythe. Descend underground alone, where the fallen stars and make it yours so that...
Oh, gosh darn it. Okay. The heck even is that? I don't know if that's in all of the giants. It's got like a core or something that's powering him. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, this game. Bravo, FromSoft. Okay. I feel like we should be looking for Blythe, but I don't know where the heck we would even find him. So, One place we've not checked in a while is the Church of Dragon Communion. So let's head there. Okay, so we have some new powers here, but really nothing from a lore perspective, so... Okie dokie then, I'll stop stalling, we'll just go deal with the crater. Well, that's the Weeping Peninsula. You can see how foggy it is there. Okay, one more quick diversion before we descend into the crater. Okay, two maybe, because let's try summoning one of these puppets and see what the difference is. I wanted to go see whether Mr. Pedagogue of Progress, Kenneth Haight, has any new dialogue. Because surely he would have seen the crater and the star making the crater, so...
I must begin my search.
Nope.
For a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limbe.
This guy, he really is clueless. Okie dokie then. Thank you, Jar White friend. I really don't know how the puppets are any different than any other summon, but maybe that's just me. You know, I feel like when we were here earlier, I was surprised at how there was this big massive field and nothing going on, and I guess that kind of makes sense now in hindsight. So I wanted to make sure there were no items or anything on this side over here. But no, looks like there's nothing going on. Okay, enough stalling, Aegon. Let's do this. Room bear friend. I'm scared. Okay, I'm seeing bloodstains. Are we supposed to jump down here? Whoa. Okay. Oh. Okay, we went too far, in other words. Or did we? Yes. Oh, I'm scared. Ugh. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Should stop being such a baby. Wow. So this could not have been an accident, right? Like, there had to have been some reason, gravitational pull of something or other that, because, like, yeah, it seems much too coincidental to have just been, oh yeah, I just landed in this spot over there. Radahn had to have known what he was doing, or, you know, whoever was. Could this be a treasure chest? I was wondering the same thing. Again, scary. Oh, the bloodstains. Golden Rune level 5. What is that? Oh, little lantern that some person in his dead civilization lit for us for some reason. Or somehow, I should say. Same with all these wall sconces. That, yeah, they always have some sort of inexhaustible fuel source. I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work. Soporific grease. We really have that much soporific grease? No. I guess not that much, but enough. Mushrooms. Oh. Nokron, Eternal City. The music already. What the heck? Some of these bloodstains I just don't get, unless they're people who have died to invaders or something. There's no way. There's no way. Oh. Okay, I gotta stop underestimating. Thank you. I gotta stop underestimating the jumping. Because you can actually jump a fair distance. Ghost Flame Torch. You can hear a scarab somewhere. Oh. Metal torch that burns with cold ghost flame, tool of the fallen hawks who prowl the underground rivers. When the band's last embers were used up in their long search, they began to burn the bones of their fellows, acquiring the cold ghost flame, but sealing their fate as dwellers of the underground for all eternity. Okay, so it's like the game heard me complaining about the mechanics of that. What the heck are you? They're all over the place. Oh my goodness, like bubble people? What the heck? Okay, yeah, it's like the game heard me complaining about the mechanics of the of the torches and was like, oh yeah, there's a thing called Ghost Flame. You just ain't heard of it yet. That's I stand corrected, game. Thank you. Is there any reason to jump back there? Don't think there is. Bird bolt. Okay. I don't have a clue what to think about these things. Frightening though. Can you backstab them? No, I don't think so. Oh my goodness. Thankfully they don't have a ton of HP, or they're weak to slash damage. And or I'm over leveled like crazy, which all those things could be true. Yeah, I don't think this is where we're gonna get the Golden Starlight Shard or whatever it was called. Silver Tear Husk. I suspect that's going to be something we'll get at Volcano, the Mount Gelmir or something like that. A hardened husk formed by a formless life known as the Silver Tear, found in and around the Eternal City. Material used for crafting items. The Silver Tear makes mockery of life, reborn again and again into imitation. Perhaps one day it will be reborn a lord. So there's the larval tear as well. It sounds like those two things are closely related because both are about continual rebirth. What in the world happened to this civilization? Whatever it was obviously not good. Oh, crud. Golden Rune level 6, very nice. Is this literally where I just was, I think? No. Ugh. Dark spot on dark spot. I'm already getting disoriented. That's just an abyss. Very convenient of Blythe to just not show up. Mason Butterfly. So that I can just clear the way for him and then he's fine. Doesn't need to worry about anything. Oops. So in terms of where we are on the map, yeah. More or less where I thought we would be. Look at this. Some sort of friend over there. Another one there. This one's got a shield. Yeah, they do not look good. They look emaciated as heck. So obviously this is not how you were originally intended to traverse the city. We have ourselves quite a pickle in terms of the naming convention I've been using up to this point. Because up until we actually entered Nokron, I was thinking we would call this Redmane Castle 2. I suppose we can still do that, but maybe we'll call it Redmane Castle 2. Oh, okay. Silver Tier Husk. Call it Redmane Castle 2 / Nokron 1 or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, these friends are spooky looking. Like they don't have any skin. Ugh. Brutal. Look at their arrows. Clarifying white cured meat. A white sliced meat dried out after pickling in a purple medicinal solution. Craftable item. Temporarily boosts focus. Lasts longer than traditional cured meat, but with reduced effectiveness. Okie dokie. Thank you. Nokron, Eternal City. Wow. We made it! Absolutely beautiful. In an extremely haunting kind of way. Can't call on Torrent here. So this is definitely a legacy dungeon. Your shield friend. I thought if I kept hitting him, he would eventually guard break, but yeah, that's a pretty strong friend. Oops. I meant to rate that. Wow. I'm so easily impressed, aren't I? But still, I think this is an impressive game. In my defense. Ouch. Should not have traded with that friend. So again, we're finding more glovewort. I should probably use these runes. Walking around with 70,000 runes on my person. I meant to after we purchased the armor and whatnot, but Ghost Glovewort Picker's Bell Bearing. Remember to turn that in. Okay, what is that? Sleep? What is the gash? That might be frost. I'm terrible at this in terms of remembering what's what. Let's see. Oh, I guess they don't have the... I feel like before they used to have the logos for the different status effects, but I guess not. Or maybe not in this game. So yeah, I'm not sure what that status effect is. I think it's frost, though. Nice shield, friend. We picked up one just like that previously. Oh, crud, there's another guy after us. Okay. Nice try. Medium-sized metal shield. The inverted hawk is the emblem of the company of slaves ordered to explore the Eternal City. So, those are slaves who were ordered to explore the Eternal City. Those are not the people who once lived here. That's very sad. They were obviously very poorly equipped as well, just given shields and nothing else, which is dreadful, of course. I wonder by whom were they ordered? Wow, look at this. Unless that is the people who lived here and they've picked up, they've looted those items from the corpses of people, of the slaves who were sent here to explore the city. I suppose that's possible because those statues do actually look like these friends. Sorry. Larval tier, okay. So yeah, so those things have to be connected. There's your spear, friend. Yeah, I feel like we're still over level for this area. Which, you know, for the record, I'm okay with. I just thought I would acknowledge that for the people who would otherwise point it out anyway. We are too plump to fit through there. That's fair. Okay, this one has the glowing eyes. Okay, so this one gave us 296, and this one will give us slightly more, 1476. Yeah, I'm not sure what determines that, or if it's just random. My goodness, look at that. Great Shield Soldier Ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon 5 Great Shield Soldier spirits. Spirits of Great Shield soldiers who belonged to the Fallen Hawks, a band of soldiers that once explored the Eternal City. Stout defenders with a steady guard. Though their methods are somewhat crude, they work well as a squadron and will attract the attention of enemies or lob Ghost Flame from the rear guard. Okay, so they weren't only sent here with shields. That's actually, they're meant to work together, but of course because they're all basically hollow at this point, they're just wandering by themselves, which makes them, you know, completely ineffectual. They're not really able to do their job anymore because of that. That's really sad. Okay, there's a boss fog there. Stake of Marika, thank you. Golden Rune level 7. Oh. Okay. You're not one of the emaciated slave soldiers. Nor one of the blobby things. I heard that. I was like, where is that coming from? Right above me. Marvel tier, once again. So yeah. I thought I was making a brilliant observation that those things were related. And then the area just like drives that point home repeatedly. So is the implication that if you use a larval tier to level up... Whoa! Okay. I saw that friend in one of the loading screens. No idea they were that big. My goodness. Just massive. Wow. Jeez Louise. Okay, let's go see what this boss fight has in store. Rune Arc, thank you very much. Are you indicating that we're going to need it? Only one way to find out. Okay, blobby thing. What the heck? Mimic tier. Oh! What? No. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was not expecting that. Oh my goodness, it's frightening. Oh my goodness. What was I thinking? This really forces you to confront what you've done. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's really cool. Oh, yeah. Wow, mamma mia, I'm just blown away by that. Mass fashion from the corpse of a formless silver tear, supported by its hardened shed husk, greatly increases arcane to the detriment of physical attack power. To imitate the imitator is a cunning play indeed. Oh my goodness, I don't even remember what the heck else we picked up from that, because I was just so blown away by that. Oh my goodness, okay. That was incredible. Mimic tier, indeed. Okay, that's... I don't think we can top that. So that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you all very, very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.